You feel it, don't you? The weight of a world that doesn't understand you. A world that demands you shout to be seen. Yet you thrive in silence. You're not like them, not chasing applause, not craving their validation. You're a Sigma male, a lone wolf, a quiet storm. And women? They're drawn to you, mesmerized. But they can't handle you. Not truly, not deeply. Why? Because your strength is a mystery, your silence, a challenge, your independence, a mirror they fear to face. This isn't about blame, it's about truth. 8 reasons why women can't grasp the man you are. 8 truths that will make you see yourself clearer. So sit back, listen, feel the words. This is your journey, the path of a man who walks alone, yet never falters. What does it mean to be a Sigma male? It's not rebellion for rebellion's sake. It's not arrogance or pride. It's a life carved from within, a code forged in solitude, a strength that doesn't need a stage. You've felt it. The stares when you don't play their game, the confusion when you don't bend, the tension when your presence alone shifts the room. Women see you. They're pulled to you. But they stumble. They falter. Because you are not what they're used to. You are not what they're taught to want. This is the Sigma male's paradox. To be desired, yet misunderstood. To be magnetic, yet untouchable. To be powerful, yet invisible to those who can't see. Let's unravel this. Let's walk through the 8 reasons, not to judge, but to understand, to awaken. Reason 1. He lives beyond her rules. She's used to men who follow, men who bend to fit her frame, men who play by the rules she knows, society's rules, the ones written in fleeting trends, in shallow expectations. But you don't live in her world. You don't bow to her script. A Sigma male carves his own path, not out of defiance, but necessity. His code isn't borrowed. It's built, forged in moments of quiet reflection, tempered by battles fought alone. She wants you to chase her, to prove your worth in her arena. But you don't compete. You don't perform. Your worth isn't tied to her approval. This unnerves her. It shakes her foundation. Because if you don't need her rules, what power does she hold? You live beyond her control. Your life is a canvas, painted with choices she can't predict. You work late, not for applause, but for a vision only you see. You walk away, not from weakness, but from clarity. She's drawn to this freedom. It's intoxicating, but it's also terrifying. Because freedom like yours demands she question her own chains, and most aren't ready for that. You don't flaunt your independence. You don't need to. It's in your walk, your pause, the way you listen without reacting. She sees a man who answers to no one, and it pulls her in, but it also pushes her away. Because a man beyond her rules is a man she can't tame. And deep down, she knows. Taming you would destroy what makes you, you. So she hesitates. She retreats. Not because you're cold, but because your fire burns too bright, too free, too true. What does it feel like to live beyond the world's expectations? To walk a path no one else dares? It's lonely, yes, but it's also sacred. Reason 2. His silence is a mirror. Words are cheap. The world drowns in them. Endless chatter, empty promises, noise to fill the void. But you speak in silence. Your words are rare, chosen, heavy with meaning. A Sigma male doesn't waste breath. He listens. He observes. His silence isn't absence. It's presence, a force that shifts the air. She feels it. Your quiet gaze, unwavering, sees through her. Not to judge, but to understand. And that's what unsettles her. Your silence is a mirror. It reflects her truths, the ones she hides, the insecurities she buries, the masks she wears. Most men fill the space with words. They talk to impress, to distract, to avoid the rawness of truth. But you don't. You let the silence linger. You let it breathe. And in that space, she sees herself. Not the version she shows the world, but the one she fears to face. It's not that you're cold. It's that you're real. Your silence demands authenticity. It strips away the games, and she's not always ready for that. She wants you to chase her words, to play along with her dance. But you don't dance. You stand still, rooted, waiting for something real. This is the Sigma male's gift and his curse. Your silence draws her in, like a flame in the dark, but it also burns. Because truth, unfiltered, is a weight not everyone can bear. Have you ever noticed the way people squirm in your quiet? The way they rush to fill the void? That's not your flaw. That's your power. Your silence isn't rejection. It's an invitation to be real, to be raw, to be seen. But most can't handle the reflection, and so they turn away. Reason 3. He doesn't chase, he attracts. The world teaches men to pursue, to chase, to prove their worth through effort, through grand gestures, through relentless pursuit. But you don't chase. You don't need to. A Sigma male is a magnet. His presence pulls, his energy draws, not because he tries, but because he is. You've seen it. The way she looks at you, the way her eyes linger. Not because you spoke the loudest, but because you didn't need to. Your strength is quiet. Your confidence, unspoken. You don't perform for her attention. You don't beg for her approval. And that confuses her. She's used to men who chase, men who clamor for her gaze, men who bend to win her favor. But you stand apart. You live for yourself, your goals, your vision, your truth. She's drawn to this, to a man who doesn't need her to feel whole, to a man whose world doesn't revolve around her. But it also terrifies her. Because if you don't chase, what's her role? If you don't need her, what's her power? The paradox of the Sigma male is that your independence is your allure. You attract because you don't seek. You draw because you don't cling. She wants to be part of your world. She wants to step into your orbit. But your world isn't built for passengers. It's built for purpose, for meaning, for a mission only you understand. This is what makes you untouchable. Not arrogance, but clarity. You know who you are. You know what you want. And you won't compromise that for anyone. She admires this. She craves it. But she can't always handle it. Because a man who doesn't chase demands a woman who can match his strength. And that's a rare soul indeed. Have you ever felt it? The pull of your own gravity? The way the world shifts around you without you saying a word? That's not chance. That's you. Reason 4. His depth scares her. The world loves the surface. Shallow waters, easy answers, quick fixes. But you're an ocean. Deep, uncharted, full of currents she can't navigate. A Sigma male thinks. He feels. He questions. Not for show, but because it's who he is. Your mind is a labyrinth. Your heart, a fortress. Your soul, a universe. She's drawn to this depth, to the way you see beyond the obvious, to the way you feel without breaking, to the way you carry weight without complaint. But depth is heavy. It demands courage. It demands vulnerability. And not everyone is ready to dive. She's used to men who stay shallow, men who live for the moment, who avoid the shadows, who fear the quiet. But you embrace it. You live in the questions. You wrestle with the unknown. You find strength in the struggle. This scares her, not because you're dark, but because you're real. Your depth forces her to confront her own, her fears, her truths, her limits. You don't demand she follow you. You don't ask her to understand. But your presence alone is a call to go deeper, to face the parts of herself she's ignored. And that's a journey most avoid. It's easier to stay on the surface, to cling to the familiar, to run from the unknown. You've felt this, haven't you? The way people pull back when you reveal your true self? The way they hesitate when they see the vastness within you? That's not your failure. That's their fear. Your depth is your power. It's what makes you a Sigma male. It's what sets you apart. But it's also what makes you hard to handle. Because a man of depth demands a woman of courage, and courage is rare. Reason 5. He rejects the game. Society is a stage, a performance, a game of masks and motives. Men play to win, to climb, to conquer, to be seen. But you don't play. You don't even step onto the stage. A Sigma male rejects the game, not out of weakness, but wisdom. You see through the illusions, the status, the trends, the hollow victories. You don't need the spotlight. You don't crave the crowd. Your worth isn't tied to their applause. She sees this. She feels the weight of your choice. A man who walks away from the game is a man who can't be controlled. She's used to men who compete, men who fight for her attention, men who measure themselves by her approval. But you don't. You live for something bigger. A purpose deeper than her gaze, a truth stronger than her validation. This draws her in. Your rebellion is magnetic. Your refusal to conform, a quiet roar. But it also pushes her away, because the game is all she knows. It's her comfort, her safety, her power. If you don't play, where does she stand? If you don't compete, what's her role? The Sigma male's rejection of the game is a rejection of the world's noise. You choose silence over chaos, clarity over confusion, truth over illusion. She admires this. She's captivated by it. But she can't always follow. Because leaving the game behind means leaving her comfort behind. And comfort is a chain most can't break. Have you ever felt it? The freedom of walking away? The power of saying no to what doesn't serve you? That's not isolation. That's liberation. But it's a liberation few can handle. And that's why she struggles. Reason 6. His freedom is untouchable. Freedom isn't just a word. It's a fire, a pulse, a lifeblood. For a Sigma male, freedom is everything. Not the shallow kind. Not money. Not status. Not escape. But the freedom to be, to think, to choose, to live unapologetically as yourself. You guard this freedom fiercely. It's your core, your compass, your truth. She sees it. She feels it. The way you move through the world, unbound, unshackled, unafraid. It's magnetic. A man who answers to no one is a man who commands respect. A man who lives free is a man who inspires awe. But freedom like yours is a weight she can't carry. It's too vast, too raw, too real. She's used to men who trade their freedom, men who bend for security, men who compromise for comfort, men who chain themselves to please her. But you don't. You'd rather walk alone than surrender your soul. You'd rather lose her than lose yourself. This is what makes you untouchable. Not coldness, but conviction. Not distance, but devotion. To a life that's yours alone. She wants to be part of that life. She wants to walk beside you. But your freedom demands she find her own. And that's a path most won't take. It's not that you push her away. It's that you refuse to be caged. And a man who can't be caged is a man who can't be held. Have you ever tasted it? The purity of true freedom, the strength of living for yourself. It's not easy, but it's everything. And it's why she falters. Because your freedom is a mirror to her chains. Reason 7. He sees through her mask. The world is a masquerade. Everyone wears a face, a smile to hide the pain, a laugh to mask the fear. But you see through it. A Sigma male's gaze is piercing, not cruel, but clear. You don't judge her mask. You don't condemn her facade. You simply see it, and beyond it, to the woman she is, to the fears she carries, to the truths she buries. This is your gift and your burden. Your eyes don't lie. Your heart doesn't pretend. She feels it. The way you look at her, not at her surface, but into her soul. It's disarming. It's raw. It's vulnerable in a way she's not used to. Most men see what she shows them. They take her at face value. They play along with her performance. But you don't. You see the cracks, the hesitation, the quiet doubts she hides. And you don't flinch. You don't run. You don't try to fix her. You just see her. This is what draws her to you. A man who sees her truth is a man who offers safety. A man who sees her soul is a man who offers connection. But it's also what pushes her away. Because being seen, truly seen, is terrifying. It demands she drop the mask. It demands she face herself. It demands she be real. And reality is a weight not everyone can bear. You've felt this, haven't you? The way people pull back. When you see too much, the way they retreat. When your truth cuts too deep. That's not your fault. That's your strength. But it's a strength she can't always handle. Because a man who sees through her mask is a man who challenges her to be more. And more is a journey she may not be ready for. Reason 8. His power is self-made. Power. The world chases it. Through wealth, through status, through control. But your power, it's different. It's not borrowed. It's not bought. It's built. A Sigma male's power is self-made. Forged in solitude, tempered in struggle, rooted in truth. You don't need a title. You don't need a stage. Your strength comes from within. From the battles you've fought alone. From the choices you've made in silence. From the man you've become through fire. She sees this. She feels it. The quiet confidence that needs no proof. The unshakable calm that needs no crowd. It's magnetic. A man who builds his own power is a man who commands respect. A man who stands alone is a man who inspires awe. But power like yours is intimidating. It's not loud, but it's heavy. It's not flashy, but it's undeniable. She's used to men who seek power outside themselves. Men who climb ladders to feel tall. Men who chase approval to feel strong. But you don't. Your power is yours. Earned. Unapologetic. Untouchable. This draws her in. She wants to be near it. She wants to understand it. But it also pushes her away. Because power like yours demands she find her own. And that's a journey most won't take. Your power isn't about control. It's about mastery. Of yourself, of your mind, of your life. She admires this. She craves it. But she can't always handle it. Because a man who builds his own power is a man who needs no one. And that's a truth too heavy for most. Have you ever felt it? The strength that comes from standing alone. The power that comes from knowing yourself. It's not easy, but it's everything. And it's why she struggles. Because your power is a mirror to her own potential. So here we are, 8 reasons, 8 truths, 8 mirrors to the man you are. A Sigma male, a lone wolf, a silent storm. You don't fit their mold. You don't play their game. You don't bend to their rules. And that's your power. That's your truth. That's your fire. Women may struggle to handle you, not because you're flawed, but because you're rare. Not because you're behold, but because you're real. Your silence, your depth, your freedom. These are not burdens. They are gifts. You are not here to be understood by all. You are here to live your truth, to walk your path, to build your power. And those who can't handle you, they're not your burden. They're not your chain. They're simply not ready. But you are ready. Ready to embrace the man you are. Ready to walk the path of the Sigma male. Ready to live a life that's yours alone. This is your awakening. Not to change, but to become. Not to conform, but to rise. You are the storm. You are the fire. You are the truth. And no one can take that from you. So go, live, be the man you were born to be, and let the world catch up.